Hey everyone, this is Lisa from Life and Layouts over on the Crafty Maven Getaway. Today I have a sketch it video using this inspiration piece, and I am using a sketch from Page Maps from their 2018 archive files of sketches, and I'm going to be using this particular sketch. It's a one-page layout and it has 2 photos on it. So I'm pulling out my summer party from Echo Park because when I saw that inspiration of the beach, sand and water and those pebbles, it really made me think of water. And I have these 2 pictures of one of my friends' little one running in the water. And this is actually at an amusement park and not at a beach, but I really liked the water feel that this layout had. And so that's why I wanted to use it with my inspiration piece for this particular month. So I am currently in this vibe of using pattern paper as my background. I am usually really big about using colored cardstock as my background, but for some reason I am just really into pattern paper. So I pulled out this pink polka dotted paper, and I love the way that this layout turns out. So I used the pink polka dot as my background, and then I have this word printed paper that has like summer and beach life and ice cream and all kinds of like fun summer words. And then I used this ombre paper, which 90% of it gets covered up. And then I used this striped paper, and on the back of the striped paper is a really subtle polka dot. So I decided that I was going to use both of those. So I cut it in half, and then I'm going to use the striped paper and then turn it over and use the polka dot as well. So at this point I realized that I wanted to matte my photo, and I really wanted to matte it in the background paper. So what I'm doing now is just using my pencil to mark where the main portion of my photos are going to, or my paper is going to sit, so then I can cut it out. And so after I gut the center, I'm going to ink all of the edges in this abandoned coral distress ink from Tim Holtz. And it's a really pretty pink, like a dark pink color. So it goes really well with the layout, and it really contrasts with all of the light colors in the layout. So then I'm going to adhere everything down and get all of my main pieces together. And once I get all of the pieces down, I will use washi tape on the back of my layout, just simply because I want to make sure that my layout doesn't get snagged or anything once I put it into the page protectors in my album. So then I take the gutted piece of paper and use that to back the photos here. And the smile on her face is just so stinking adorable. I love both the smiles in her face while she's running around this area, this little water park area. So I realized that my paper wasn't straight. So of course I had to pull out my T-square ruler and pull up that polka dot paper to ensure that everything was straight, and then get everything back down. So I'm going to use some fun foam on the back of my photo to give it some dimension up against that blue ombre paper, as well as the stripe and the color. Like I really wanted all of the background papers to touch my photos, and so I moved it over just a little bit to make sure that that was what was happening. And I decided to add this sticker element down at the bottom, and it has a stripe to it, and it already has a scalloped edge with holes punched out. So I did have to use my pencil to make sure that all of those were out, because they were on the sticker sheet with the dots, which I'm not sure why they did that. I don't know why anybody would want to use. I mean, maybe you could use them as accent pieces, but it was kind of a weird thing. I'm going to add these flowers again on fun foam because my stripe paper I made it too short when I cut it. I should have gone all the way to the edge, and I didn't like the way that it looked, so I wanted to cover it up. Now I'm just looking at the sticker elements to see if there's anything that I can find that I like. And I really liked using these little tiny words stickers. I'm trying to find more interesting ways to use them to get them used up, because I feel like they are usually the last thing that's on my sticker sheets. So I'm just putting a row of just some fun words. I have sunshine, enjoying the good life, happiness, get wet, this is my happy, and then that red one says cool off. So I think all of them go really well with these two photos. And then I found when I took this geotag off, the centerpiece that says the fun starts here was a separate sticker. So I decided to add a little bit of fun foam. I was going to add a pop top, but it was way too big. So I'm going to use a little bit of fun foam to add some dimension to that geotag, since they are two separate pieces, and I really like the way that turned out. I have these paper clips that I've picked up at Tuesday Morning, and this one here is a striped one, and I don't ever use the paper clips. I feel like the paper clips are too heavy, so I tend to pull off the enamel shape that's in the middle of the paper clip, and so this one has just a little stripe to it, very similar to the stripe that's on the bottom. So I add that up to where the geotag is. And then this little pad here that I'm working with is actually a planner piece, and it's little post-it notes for your planner. But I thought it would be great to use as pennants in my layout. So there's like three different shapes. So you got the regular triangles, and then the banner ones, as well as the little round ones. So I went ahead and used 4 of the pennant ones to add up some dimension up there at the top, and kind of go with the sketch there using that similar thing. My title is going to be Love That Smile. So I'm going to put all of those down, and I do off camera put a little extra liquid adhesive, because these are chipboard pieces. This came from a bigger sheet of stickers that had like all kinds of different chipboard pieces on it, and so it just went into my embellishment book. Like I just cut it out of the sheet and just added the sheet directly to my embellishment book. Then I have this little tag here, and it says, "You make me happy when skies are gray." Since I have that Love That Smile up there, and I'm kind of going with that smile theme. And so, you know, even though these pictures were taken at Busch Gardens in the water area, you can absolutely just use, some photos as a inspiration piece for something else. So I am adding this more as I just love this little girl, as opposed to here's what we did at Busch Gardens. So keep that in mind whenever you're doing your layouts. I'm just adding a few more embellishment pieces. I added a yellow camera and the sticker that says "So Lovely," as well as a blue heart down there at the bottom. And then at the top there, I added a little yellow heart to that area at the top with the clusters. I'm going to add some Heidi Swap color shine in this like teal color to add a little bit of extra texture, and it is a glittery shimmer, so it does add a little bit to the layout itself. And then that's it, everyone. Thanks everyone for joining me. I really do appreciate you guys following us over here on the Crafty Maven. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, because you definitely want to come back and check out all of the inspiration that is here with all of the ladies on the design team. I hope everyone has a scrappy day, and thanks for watching.